Whenever you're ready.
Oh my God.
Jessica! I've never been called a fox!
Dana.
That's a classy name for a Harry.
I like it classic.
Okay.
Do you?
Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast.
Sure.
Out with the bad and in with the good, motherfuckers.
That's right.
Jessica!
Dana.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thank you. Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast, I guess. My name is Dana Powell.
My name is Jessica Young. And
And
we are here to rant and rave.
here to Rant and Rave. I just joined in. Did you think that I froze?
Did I think that it grows?
No, did you think that I froze?
Oh, yes, I did. You're just playing tricks
Can you
on
not
me.
understand me?
I can. I
Can you
just
not
didn't.
hear me?
I can. I didn't know you were in such a spooky mood today.
Oh, do
All
I look
trick-
spooky?
All tricks, no treats.
I don't feel very treaty these days.
I wish we
Jessica,
were
how
going
are you?
trick-or-treating. I'm good. I'm sorry, everyone, for my, when do I not sound nasally and like I'm swallowing my own lung? But my allergies have been real bad, so I apologize.
Oh, they've been bad for all of us
Ugh,
because the air in California is so bad right now.
been so bad.
It's
So yeah,
getting very, very yucky.
I'm holding on to every
Am I
last
making a lot of
drop.
noise?
No.
Am I making because I'm scrunched up? Do you see how my neck is up in my face? I'm scrunched up in my bedroom recording because my husband and son and my dad
Yeah.
are out in the
Papa
house
Powell.
watching movies.
I love it. Well, how
Yep,
awesome is
he's
it
here.
to have your
And
dad?
I tried to take us out to do a bunch of cool Halloweeny things. Oh, it's so awesome. I'm so excited that he's here. I'm sure I'll be exhausted because he's been, quarantined in Missouri, not seeing
Yes.
anybody. And it's pretty chilly there.
Mhm.
But we have a lot of things we can do outside that are
Yeah.
quarantine safe. So he wants to do a bunch of stuff. And I'm sure by the time it's all said and done, I'm going to be exhausted.
I saw you guys went somewhere with planes today. I mean, hey, I told you I thought Gary might bring the gyrocopter out here and I might get a chance to take a spin in it.
Oh Lord, he was talking about it. Believe me, we went over to the Apollo 11 radio and remote flyers
Oh,
airfield. Have you been there?
I don't. I
So
haven't.
it is miniature radio controlled airplanes and
Ah.
jets, like mini jet engines.
Whoa.
They go, the ones that are not jet go 100 miles an hour. So I don't know how fast the jets go, but they're insane.
How do they control that? That's crazy.
Radio
Do you
controlled.
rent
They have
them?
a little panel.
Or is it
No,
like
no, they're expensive. It's hobbyists.
Okay, they go there and like people and they may
Yeah.
own their own plane and store it there.
They don't store them there. They're small
Oh.
enough you just bring it in your car.
Oh.
But they all meet there, and everyone there is so friendly. Like, you can walk up to anyone and they'll answer any question you have. They'll tell you where to get stuff. Like, my dad loved it because, I think I've had this talk to tell people that Missouri people were some of the kindest people you'd ever meet,
Mhm.
and how over the years that's changed. And I looked a man in Missouri dead in the face and said, I got to tell you, I was born and raised in Missouri, and I used to tell people you guys were all nice. I've been living in California for almost 20 years. And I said, you people are hateful. I said, Californians are way more open and friendly than you. And I looked at him and I leaned in and I go, that's pretty bad.
Oh.
But my dad was saying he has tried to go to some airplane conferences and gyro conferences and stuff like that. And he said
Right.
every time he tries to talk to people, they will literally turn around and walk away, just go, and turn around and walk away. He said they're the most unfriendly. And I said, it's not like that here. And he couldn't believe it. We talk to everybody.
Also, your dad,
I mean,
haven't even
everybody's
met
wearing
him, but
masks
he's
and
so
you're out there, so-
personable. Just from what you've said of
He's
him
just
and
the
others who
nicest.
know him, and he looks like he always has a
He just-
smile on his face. Looks like a happy, nice man.
He wants to make friends everywhere he goes. So I was glad that we went out there. And thank you,
That's
California, for doing me proud.
Yes.
And shame on you, Missouri, for getting more drugs and more mean.
and being so snobby with your model
Sorry.
planes.
Right?
I
I'm
hate that
like,
too.
well, and the guy I got into an argument with because he was so nasty, he was so rude to me and a bunch of other customers at a store, at a
Mm-mm.
convenience store, and I was like, I said, "Should I talk to a manager? We're all standing here in line and you're staring at us like we're stupid. If
Right?
you can't help us, just let us know." He goes, "I am the manager. I own this store." And I go, "Good. I'm never coming back." I told him that.
Oh
Yeah.
man, this is some foreshadowing for my rant.
It is?
Yep. It's like I'm staring at you because I'm like, oh, were you reading my mind? Because yes,
Hilarious.
I
Well,
I
you
can't
tell me
tolerate
about
people
your
being
week.
rude.
No, me either. There's no need for it.
I will tell you something really quick. It's not to teach anyone a lesson, I guess. Maybe it is. I don't like to sound preachy. Why don't I just shut up and cut to the chase? Um, I
Okay.
am back to work very unexpectedly
Mhm.
and doing something that A, I never wanted to do, and B, I never thought I could do or would do. But I have
Mhm.
taken to the telephones and I have become a telemarketer, but not the gross kind that's calling you with some bogus offer to refill the toner in your office printers. I am selling the opera, Dana.
Yes.
I did a pretty
Welcome
damn
to
good
the
job.
enterprise.
I did a
Good for
pretty
you,
damn
Jessica.
good job. I'm shocked and really fucking proud of myself. Oh, I don't know why I just covered my mouth like we were on TV and someone's going to find me. Oh my
'Cause my
God.
dad's in the house.
Probably, but I'm not kidding. Like my friend called me, God bless him. He's my manager. He's a very dear friend of many years. And he actually texted me and he goes, "We are coming back in a very small capacity. Do you want to call?" And I was like, fuck, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. And literally 30 seconds later, I'm like, hey, last time I checked, I need a job. Not in a position to be picky these
Right.
days. Yeah, I'll do it. And I
Yeah.
was all scared, and they give you obviously like all kinds of help and training how to do it. And then like it clicked. I'm like, hey, I've been listening to people do this for over a year because I was helping do some management and admin there. So I've already heard all the things that work and all the things that don't work. And then a friend of mine goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Last time I checked, you're an actor and an improviser." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah,
Mm.
duh." And that's what I've been doing. I'm not being phony. I'm being totally chill and throwing the airs out the window. And it's really worked. And
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that I can do something that is super flexible. I'm working from home. I already had all the equipment. I already knew how to use all the software and programs. Guess what? I might have a new calling.
Wow. Good for
I'm
you,
kidding.
Jessica.
I'm not planning to turn into Ernestine, Lily Tomlin's character from the 70s, okay? But I'm just saying, like, have some faith, have some faith in yourself. Because many times when someone's like, "Can you do this?" I'm like, "No." And the times where I feel
Yeah.
desperate and I just say, "Yeah, I'll figure it out." If you just figure it out, you can do it. You know what I mean? You just have to have some
Yeah.
faith in yourself. Anyways,
Absolutely.
I feel high. If you can tell that I seem a little bit amped and crazy in the eye, it's
Yeah.
because I do feel kind of amped from doing it all week. And my friend goes, "That's because being in sales is like gambling." And I'm like, man, I'm not a gambler, but now I can see what
Oh,
you mean exactly. It's like when it hits, you're like,
wow.
yeah. And then you try to
I
go
feel like
again,
I
right?
I feel like I need a nap because I ate because I ate too much meat. I had Hawaiian barbecue today and I feel like a beached
Oh,
whale.
so jealous. I love that.
It was so good. And
Hmm.
my dad ate seaweed for the first time. You know, Hawaiian barbecue that one
Oh,
Hawaiian place,
yep.
they call it spam musabi or whatever, where they wrap the spam in rice
Yep,
and
yep.
seaweed.
Masubi,
So my
yes.
dad had yes, yes.
He
So my
did?
dad had that today. He goes, I love spam. It's not that bad. I just can't smell it. I don't want to. That seaweed stinks when you put it up at your face.
Hey, I'm really impressed that he branched out and had seaweed, seriously.
Yeah, disgusting. How gross. Ugh.
You won't try it?
No, no,
Do you not
ma'am.
like
Why would I
you don't
do
like
that?
sushi at all, correct?
No, no,
I
no. And I don't
forgot.
like a lot of green things. I am old enough that I get to choose what I don't want to eat, and I don't eat yuckies.
I know you don't like seafood at all, so why the hell did I think you
No,
like sushi, the raw version of seafood?
no, 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 no. And then people are like, "Have you tried it? Have you tried it?" I'm like, "No." And don't you try to put it near my face or I'll puke on you.
I was even gonna try to sell
No,
you
thank
on
you.
like a tempura fried avocado roll, but I just remembered you also hate avocado.
I'm
So you know
allergic.
what?
I'm
I give
allergic.
up. Are you really
I'm
allergic?
allergic to it.
The
For
way
real,
that
my
the
lips
way
blow
that
up
you're
unevenly
okay, well that's not funny.
and my
But you
throat
said you're
tightens.
allergic to Cajun, but I don't think those symptoms happen with Cajun seasoning, or do they?
No, I puke Cajun.
Oh.
I like Cajun. I like Cajun, but every time I eat like authentic
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans beans and rice or whatever, I puke it up. And I
Oh
don't want to.
shoot.
It's delicious.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, no pepper, no seasoning, no avocado, and no seafood.
You'd think I'd be skinny. I
I'm
don't know
keep
what happened.
I'm keeping a long mental list for
Jessica,
when
can I share
quarantine
something
is
with you?
over. Yes.
I've never been more uncomfortable than I am right now.
Why?
Just sitting here because everything's all over and I can't find comfortable. But also I feel like I say a sentence and it takes you 10 seconds to hear it. And I don't know if it's because my internet is crappy or if maybe I'm seeing the future like 3 seconds ahead, which is a useless superpower.
Oh my God. Not at
And I'm
all.
like laying in my bed propped up and it's squeezing me like toothpaste so that what's all this extra around my face? My face is swimming in my body.
That's why if I lay down, like last night, Alan came and like stood over me because I was laying down going to sleep. I pulled the covers up literally directly under my lip
Under your lip? Yeah.
so that this is
You
what
can
he
see.
sees, not this.
Yeah. Right.
I'm
I
like,
mean,
good
you're just gonna
night.
have to look at this.
I love you. Good
Jessica,
night.
I could draw a house on the side on the real estate of my side of my face
Shut the
right
hell up.
now.
Are you somebody that feels more comfortable being reclined or in repose, like an old Renoir painting or
No.
something?
No.
Or you like to sit up and be erect? Because, like, if I was in my bed, I'd have to have 20 pillows behind me, sitting up, like at attention.
Yes, that's how I am. But and Dan Tipton has this wedge thing, but it's too straight up and down.
I
So I
see.
can't find a happy medium.
Yeah.
And also, I don't believe anybody should be looked at laying down unless you're a child.
Totally.
It's not
agree.
flattering.
No.
Like all these people that are like, lay on the ground in the grass and then have someone stand over you or hold your phone up and take a picture. The beautiful whimsy. I'm like, what are you talking about? I
No.
spill. My everything about me spills like slime when I lay down.
Stop it.
It's the truth.
I'm dying because I can picture exactly the kind of picture that you're talking about. And I'm sorry, that's never worked for me either.
Oh no. Or like all the little cute girls that get together on the beach and stand in a circle and look down over the phone and take a picture. You wouldn't be able to see anyone else's faces for all the flaps hanging from my head.
Shut up.
Are we
Oh
doing a
my
show or am
God.
I just telling you everything that's wrong with me?
Oh God.
Okay, we should go ahead.
We're getting into it,
Let's tell
y'all.
people how to get a hold of us.
Yes.
And then we'll launch right
Oh
into our
God.
rant.
Quarantine fatigue is real, y'all. And I think we are hitting
Oh,
the
Lordy.
slap happy phase of it right now. You guys,
I told you I needed a nap.
we've been getting amazing, like it's just kind of like a light bulb went off, an APB went out to everyone. We've been getting phenomenal rants and raves from you guys via social media, and thank you so much. Also, thank you to those of you who have been emailing us directly. Please keep it coming. It is amazing. You keep bringing things to our attention that we have never heard of. We love doing that. We love featuring it. And also, it really is nice to hear from you. Like our listener last week who wrote in a bunch of stuff was so touched and shocked that we read her whole thing. She's like, oh my God, you made my day. So it was really sweet. Thank you guys. Please find us on Instagram and Facebook at the Rants and Raves Podcast. You can email us directly at the Rants and Raves Podcast at gmail.com. You can hit the contact button on our website, www.theransoracepodcast.com. And just for old time's sake, in posterity, I'm saying it at the end, at raves_the. We're on Twitter, y'all.
We're on Twitter, y'all.
Please.
I'm still trying to move around. I look like a beached whale. And then also, Jessica and I realized my blue icicle microphone handle has blue lights on it. And so it's acting like a green screen. And we are seeing into someone's house.
Yes.
I don't know. It's not my house. It's not your house.
It's literally the weirdest
There's a fireplace. Look, they have a little library over here.
And
there's decorations on their coffee table. Whose coffee table is that?
I really don't think you guys understand that I'm looking at the bottom of Dana's microphone. It's the plug-in attachment, and literally there's like a live stream of the inside of someone's house. We're not making this up. This is one of the few times I wish you could see us.
TV. Look, there's the TV. I can see the reflection of the love seat in the TV.
No.
Whose carpet is that?
It's
really
a rug. Creepy.
There's wood floors. Look at that little cactus. Whose house are we seeing?
It's so weird.
Creepy.
It's like, really creepy.
Who else is on an icicle looking at me lay like a beached whale in my bed?
I really hope nobody can see out of mine. I just turned it up at the ceiling, so all they see is ceiling. I'm not joking. It's so scared.
Really weird. It's really weird.
Somebody's doing this and showing their family of me.
Of me too. They're like, how far does that woman's face reach?
Stop it. Again.
It's so wide.
I love that we behave as though you guys are right here watching us and we're on a stage or even a small mezzanine or platform, if you will, and that you guys are just watching it all unfold as you hear us.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I was trying to explain this stranger's house through the slim window we have. You took a picture, right? Did you take a picture of my screen?
I did.
Yeah. Did it turn so we can show people that we're not crazy?
It's hilarious. Yeah. I don't know if they'll see what it is, but yes.
Okay, good. Okay, Jessica, thank you for let's get back. And now back to our regularly scheduled programming. You're up first with rants today.
Yes. Okay, so remember like all of 5 minutes ago when Dana was talking about how rude someone was to her and then they revealed that they themselves were the manager? Well, I need to tell y'all about my experience this week. Now, like many of us, I'm not a cook, but I sure became one during the pandemic because I didn't really have a choice now, did I? And this was one of those weeks. And also my husband's been working so hard. He's an amazing chef, but I also knew I could tell this week, I'm like, he doesn't want to cook on his day off. Like, I'm not expecting that. And we just looked at each other and like at the same time we were like, want to get pizza? And I was like, yes. So there's a place near us that's like a, privately owned. They're not a chain. Really good pizza. Okay. Never had a problem. Again, a big thing for me with any food establishment is consistency. It's kind of my number one. If I had your tuna salad one day and it was delicious, I want it to taste like that a month later when I go back and order the same thing, And there's a lot of places that are consistent and their staff and their cooking team is so well trained that they all have it down to a science, right? We order a pizza. Also, I feel like I'm being punished for straying from the norm, right? I am a creature of habit. And there's certain places where even though I might like everything on the menu, I'm like, just give me the chicken fingers because I know they're good and we're not going to have problems, right? There won't be any buyer's remorse.
Right. I do that.
Right.
I do that at Wendy's. So yeah I get it.
Yes.
I'm always like, maybe I should try a pretzel
chicken
bun
sandwich.
Chicken yum yum. Nope. Give me a single.
Yep.
Give me a number one single. Sorry.
Same.
Not gonna break out of this box anytime soon.
100%. So we always order the same thing on our pizza, right? We usually get ricotta and meatballs. So it's a regular cheese pizza with tomato sauce, and they add ricotta cheese and meatballs. It's so good. My neighbor turned us on to it. Ridiculous. So Alan's like,
Uh-huh.
why don't we get prosciutto? You're going to throw up. Why don't we get prosciutto, green olives, and artichoke hearts? First of all, if everyone can see Dana's
What?
eyes right now, she's giving me a stare down. So I'm like, that sounds weird. I mean, I like all those things, but I don't know about them together. And then I'm like, oh, forget it. I'm sure it'll be great. We order it. They told me it'll be 40 minutes. It's there. I'm not kidding you. I think in 17 minutes. So I'm like, whoa,
Oh, wow.
totally impressed.
Cool.
Open it up. It looks beautiful. Like, again, their pizzas, their quality of their ingredients for their toppings are top notch. It looks incredible. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, I guess I was wrong. I pull off a piece for each of us. We sit down and I'm like, why does this look like the prosciutto is either all fat and bubbling or this is like burnt cheese? And I pull on it and I'm like, why does this feel so weird? And then I pull it and like the whole thing picks up like when Superman blew on that lake and it froze and he carried it over the town whose factory was on fire.
Okay.
The whole toppings lifted off. And then I'm like, okay, I know you don't eat prosciutto, I don't think, but for like those kind of sliced Italian cured meats, or they do it with like Spanish ham and stuff, they put a piece of paper in it, like they do in a lot of sliced cheese, right? So it like kind of peels apart easily.
Sure. Yeah.
They left the paper that was in between all of these slices of prosciutto on it and baked it into the
cooked it?
pizza.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I understand. And again, I'm not kidding you. This wasn't like some nasty from a filthy place. Their food has always been exceptional. We've never had a problem. I'm like, shit, I feel bad because I know this prosciutto was not cheap. You know what I mean? But I also know that some idiot, sorry to use
I'm not
that
going to
word,
eat paper.
no. So I called them and the girl goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said, yeah, I mean, I've taken pictures of it. And then she started getting nervous. And I said, no. I said, you have to understand. I said, we didn't bite into it yet. Luckily, I'm like, we have not eaten that part. I said, I have pictures of it. I will give it back to the driver. I will take a video of me throwing it in our dumpster, but this is not okay. She goes, no, I know. Hold on. Let me put you on hold. So I don't know, 10 minutes later, finally, I'm on the phone with somebody and I'm assuming it's the chef and or owner. He was so rude and he was giving me a lot of pushback. And he goes, listen, it's just paper. Take it off. I'm sure it's fine. And I said, whoa. I said, actually, it's not fine.
It's not. I went to buy pizza food for my tummy.
Okay.
I didn't come to buy printer paper.
I was
printing out pizza.
No. And if I am, it better be a 3D printer. Okay.
I just got so angry for you. I'm sorry. Please continue.
Dana, I was furious because, again, I'm sorry. I've worked in customer service my whole life by being in retail, by dealing with theaters and the public. That is not how you speak to someone, whether they're right, wrong, crazy. You don't start at 100.
And if I paid for that food and I didn't ask for them to add paper,
thank you,
as a topping, then you come get that freaking pizza and you bring me what I paid for.
It was burnt. I mean, it wasn't like, oh, it was a piece late. No. It was on the pizza with other and it's completely baked in, and you see the like burn marks like you would if there was parchment paper on a cookie sheet.
That's
so
absolutely insane.
He's being really rude and it's getting like kind of crazy between us. And then, by the way, please God, don't anyone think I'm making fun of somebody's accent or anything like that. He goes, I'm sorry, I'm French, I don't really understand. I said, no, you understand me just fine. I said, and I understand you. I said, you speak fluent English and so do I. I said, let's not try to make excuses for this. He's like, what do you want me to do? I said, what do I want you to do?
Give me the pizza without the paper like I ordered it.
I want a new pizza. That's what I want. He's like, oh, I can believe that. You know what? You're a new customer, okay? So for that reason, I will do it this one time. But you know what? Never again. Well, that's when I lost my shit. I said, I am not a new customer. And even if I was, the least you would be doing and should be doing is redelivering a pizza toot sweet. By the way, that's a French word. Okay. I said, I cannot believe that we're having this conversation. It's not okay. And I'm not a jerk. And I said, you want to look up my history? I've ordered ricotta and meatball. He goes, no, I'm looking. Last time you got ricotta, meatball, and black olives. Like, I guess I forgot that Alan or I decided to add black olives. I'm like, are you kidding? Are we really
Instead of
going
green?
down this road?
I would have said, can you please just keep scrolling down my history? Can you tell me when the last time I ordered paper was?
Thank you, because
I'd
it's
like to
also not
know.
listed on your selection of toppings online. Okay? My
And I
point
want
is,
refunded for that topping I didn't ask for.
I was seriously so angry because I thought, you know what? Again, I wasn't rude. I kept reassuring them. I said, again, I don't want you to get the wrong impression. I'm not angry. I'm not trying to do anything to you. Luckily, we
And it's not
noticed
like
it.
you weren't being a jerk and being like, it's slightly chilled. I need you to come and bring me a warmer pizza.
No,
I, d-
no.
I don't eat chilled food. I want it piping hot when it's delivered to me. And by the way, I would like to choose the color of my crust. You're like, no, there's damn paper in the pizza.
Seriously. It's just, I also,
Wow.
do you know what else makes me the most pissed off? I think, again, the first thing I said to them is, hey, we just got our delivery and I'm so disappointed. I opened it. It looked beautiful. However, ba, ba, ba. So I even complimented them and I was being honest. It looked amazing until we looked closer and wondered what that weird bubbling up hard shit was that I thought was some weird kind of cheese.
Oh my God. That makes me so mad. This is
Yep.
how angry I get about, like, because I live not too far from you, want to go there and walk in and go, oh, this looks beautiful. Oh my gosh. I just realized, you know what, Jessica, we can't eat here. This is the place that gets mad at you when you don't want paper baked into your pizza.
I mean, I'm kind of willing to do that because it was that shocking and that rude. I didn't ask for anything. This is not somebody who's taking advantage and like, then I was even more mad at myself because I'm like, because they did bring another pizza. It took over an hour for the second pizza. And at that point, I'm picturing all the things that they've done to it. And then
They've
I'm
done to
like,
it, yeah.
why didn't I just say, you know what? You will credit me back
Refund me.
immediately. And if I don't see it by midnight tonight, I'll contest the charge with my credit card company. Additionally,
cancel
I'll
it.
yelp about you and I'll let everyone know on social media how disgusting your behavior was. But I
As it
didn't.
is, Jessica, I have a 3-pack of Post-its. Every day I'll deliver them to your house. Every day, write a note. This place bakes paper in their pizza and wouldn't give me a new one. Every day I'd go slap that on their window. Every day. No matter how many times they take it down till you run out of Post-its.
Every
I'll buy the
day.
Sharpie and give you a free pack of Post-its.
That would be the best ongoing bit because then you realize they would be like, well, someone's obviously coming at night once we've closed. And if they don't already have a camera, they'll get one. What if I got literally every effing person I know in LA, which is a lot, to go there? So every night, a different person, I met them around the block, Avi, and handed them tape already on a Post-it and they run up and slap it on. So that way it's a total variety. It's a guy, a girl, it's people of different races, different ages, long hair, short hair, everything. I don't care. Yes.
I love this idea, and I want you to know that I am on your side and I will participate. However,
Okay.
I have to explain Post-its to you. You don't have to carry tape because they already have sticky on the back of them.
But I'm hilarious. You are correct, but I want to really seal it on there. So they go to try to rip it off, but it's actually on there. It's not just, you can just flip it off. They're going to pull
Oh,
it,
yeah.
and then it's going to leave the bottom half of the Scotch tape. It's going to piss them off even more because they're going to try to peel it with their nail, and then it's going to come off in paper thin strips. They like paper. They should be familiar with that. And they're going to have to get an X-Acto knife and take it out of the protective holding and shimmy that off like a painter does on glass.
Yeah, and then that's right. And then it still might leave a residue. And then they're going to have to go buy some Goo Gone every day.
Oh, God. You know what?
And when we run out of Post-its, you can walk in there and go, "Don't ever give me trouble again."
Okay. I really
mean,
was
that is
so
outrageous.
pissed. Yes. Never said he was
Just
sorry.
paper, pull it off. I'm sorry. If
How
I
about
would be like, "Can I
sorry?
please
How
make
about
you
I'm
some food?"
mortified? How about I'm
How
mortified?
about I make you some food and see if you wanna eat it with paper in it?
To me, what you do in that situation, and again, I said I have pictures. I will send you the
Apologize
pictures right now. You immediately apologize. You then say, I am refunding you immediately. Also, Jessica, could I send another pizza out to you now? What would you like on it? Or could I give you a credit
And
for the future? Whatever. I've had plenty of
get it
places
out
offer that, and I even say
immediately.
no. I said it's not a big deal. Just the next time your driver's out in the hour, please have them bring by the sog paneer you left out or whatever. That's it. But he took it to another level, and I'm like, okay, you want to not apologize and like play hardball and act like I am an
And
asshole
tell me to
because
eat
I won't
paper?
just peel it off after it's been baked in? No,
Baked.
not interested.
I'll be completely honest,
So
Jessica. If he
gross.
brought me that pizza and it was perfect and he opened it in front of me and dropped a piece of paper on it, I still wouldn't eat it. I still wouldn't.
I was looking for the picture, but I don't even know if you, well, you can, I'm sure, see this one. You see how big the paper is?
Shut up. It literally looks like someone cut a square of paper and put
Yes.
it into your nasty looking pizza. I'm
Dana.
sorry. That's not my favorite. I mean,
It's
no,
not okay.
that's not like, oops, a little piece of
No,
paper
no,
got.
no.
No, it's full sheets of paper in that
Yep.
pizza.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, I'm sure it's fine. It's paper. You can just peel it off.
Did you send him the pictures?
He refused. I offered the woman that answered the phone, and then the
All right,
rude
all right, all
man,
right.
chef/owner.
Jessica, I have a little Bluetooth picture printer. We're going to print out pieces. We're going to print out those pictures and we're going to stick them on their window with our Post-its.
Do you like paper?
That's
Then you'll
ridiculous.
love our pizza.
Welcome to Pizza Papery.
Pizza papery. Oh my God. I'm dead. Pizza papery.
I'm
Oh,
so
God.
mad for you right now.
Yes, I'm furious.
And I don't know who would put green
Furious.
olives on a pizza, but still, I'm mad for you.
They're really good. Do you not like olives either? I need to make a mental note of that.
I love olives. No, I love olives. And I even nowadays
do?
like green olives, but I sure as heck would never put a green olive on a pizza. I'd put a black olive on a pizza.
Okay, fair enough.
It's not aesthetically pleasing, especially when you add paper in the mix. That was not pretty to look at.
No, it was. Now, do you also see I'm not exaggerating even a little bit? It's like, what
Not
the?
Not even a little bit. I would
Yep.
have marched my butt down there and been like, hey, come here, bud. You look at this. I would have
Mhm.
brought a slice of the pizza and said, you eat it.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you want me to do?
Give me a new freaking pizza like
And then I
ordered
also
it, you
said, he goes,
moron.
so what you want on it, huh? I said, I want the value of what I paid for is what I want.
Yeah.
Ugh, okay.
We need to move on because I'm just getting
Yeah.
madder and madder.
Yes. What did you
We're going to
bring
have to
for
have an
us
offline
today?
discussion. Okay. My rant is from a listener. Are you ready?
Yes.
Hi, ladies. It's your BFF in my head. I have a new rant for you. It's people who don't keep their dogs on a leash. Oh, Lordy. I can't even tell you how much this boggles my mind. Same, lady. And I'm seeing it more and more. I'm in Georgia, but I'm not sure what kind of leash laws we have. Regardless, I don't care how friendly or well trained you think your dog is. You do not know what's going to trigger the dog.
Mhm.
100%.
Yep.
As the kids say, facts. Jessica.
That's right.
Not to mention other dogs or animals, or if it happens to run into the road. Yep, I got a story about that. My dogs are little assholes sometimes, and if your unleashed dog runs up to mine, who are responsibly on leashes, by the way, I can pull them away as they bark like little maniacs. But your dog is on a free for all. For the safety of everyone, just keep your dog on a leash. It's not hard, and if it keeps our doggies safe, it's so worth it. That couldn't be more true. I
Yep.
have seen numerous accidents with pets. Listen, they're animals. I always say, even when you're picking a pet, people who are like, oh, I have a boa constrictor and she's the safest ever. You're probably right. But they are animals, and
Yes.
instincts kick in for animals the same as they do for humans. We have fight or
Yes.
flight.
You could be the
There are humans
sweetest
that do
lady in
things
the
that
world and get somebody come up behind you and scare you.
super scared, and you're going to elbow them in the face.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So the same goes for animals. And I'm telling you what, one time I actually met one of my really good friends who actually just started a really interesting podcast, by the way, if I may plug him. Let me see. I gotta remember exactly the name of it. But anyway, I'll keep telling you. So I was walking down Hollywood Boulevard going to do a show. Right.
Mhm.
And there was this European guy on one side of me and this other guy that I didn't know at the time on the other side.
Mhm.
And a dog came out of nowhere and ran across the Cahuenga Hollywood Boulevard intersection.
God.
And there was some douchebag in some kind of crazy
Mhm.
classic convertible with 3 blondes in the back seat. And he hit that dog and he drove away. And
Oh,
I could
no.
not handle it. I burst into tears and I was like,
Mhm.
no. And then this guy came running, and the guy who ended up being my friend, his name is Kim,
Mm.
he ran over to the guy and he was like, dude, is this your dog? And the guy was like, no, man. And he goes, look, you have a leash in your hand. The man had a leash that matches the collar on the dog.
Come
And you're
on.
telling me this isn't your dog? He goes, it's not my dog, dude. I'm watching it for a friend. I'll take him to the vet. It's fine. And he picked the dog up and carried it off. And I was a basket case. And the guy next to me was just some weirdo guy. And he was like, why are you crying? Why are you so upset? It's just a stupid dog. And I go, you need to get the fuck away from me. Like, I was so upset.
Oh my God.
And then this other stranger was like, hey man, just leave her alone. I'll get her to where she needs to be. And he said, where are you going? I said, Improv Olympic. He goes,
Mhm.
that's so weird. I'm going to watch a girl perform there that I might put in a short film. Like, I'll walk with you. So it was Susie Barrett. He was going to see Susie
crazy.
Barrett, who
Mhm.
was a beautiful, wonderful actress, improviser, just intelligent,
She's
lovely.
great.
I'm sure you've seen her on TV in a million things. Didn't you accidentally buy me a book by her once? Was that
Yes.
you?
It was a little, like,
Yeah,
unicorn
it
book
was
or
the
something.
little unicorn, and then we were like, "That's by Susie."
I got it 'cause I
Anyway,
thought it was adorable, and we
so
didn't realize it was from
it
someone we
was
both knew.
that we know. I know. So
Crazy.
anyway, he came up to me afterwards and he was like, "Hey, are you all right? I actually stayed to watch your show. You were really funny." Because when we were walking, he
Aw.
goes, you're going to do a comedy show?" And I was like, "Yes." Like crying.
Aw.
And so he ended up finding me on Facebook and messaging me, which normally I would be like, oh, this is a creepster, but he did not give me that vibe at all. Like, you can just kind of tell. And so
Unbelievable.
he said, this is going to sound crazy to you, but remember that experience? He said, I don't have pets. And I was so affected by what we witnessed that I wrote a short film about it.
Oh, wow.
And I was wondering if you would want to be in it. So I ended up being in this short film where a guy
cool.
hit my dog and he's going to return it to me because I've put signs up everywhere. And he gets to my door and he can't tell me. And he ends up spending the night with me and we hook up. And then the next day he's trying to leave because he's scared. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I hit your dog. And I'm like, you don't have to lie to me just because you don't want to see me anymore. Like, and then he goes outside and brings my doggy to me. Like, it's a dark comedy. I know it sounds so sad because my part as an actor was super sad, but the film is actually a dark comedy. Like, people laugh at it. Anyway, it's on iTunes. It's called Pepper if you guys want to see it. But that
I want to see it. I never knew you did that.
to this day. Yeah.
I never knew you did
It's funny, but it's a
Pepper.
little emotional. Yeah. It's really, I love it. I'm really proud of it.
How cute.
But I am still friends with that guy to this day because we witnessed that and neither one of us could believe that this man whether it was his dog or his friends, let a dog off leash on
Yes.
Hollywood Boulevard.
Why wasn't he freaking
And then
out?
Jessica, I don't know. And then Jessica, remember last year, like a year ago, when a pit bull in my neighborhood got loose,
Yes. Yep.
and one of my neighbors was walking his 2 tiny Pomeranians,
Yep.
and that pit bull killed his Pomeranian in
Yes.
front of my house.
Yep.
There was blood at the end of my
That
driveway.
was horrifying.
Lucy and I had just left that area. Like, I heard it happen. I turned around and ran back to my house, and my neighbor Pete was beating the snot out of the pit bull and sitting on it to try and get it to let go of the doggy. And I was petrified they were going to put the pit bull to sleep too. And I was like, that is owner error. And that's what our listeners saying too. Like, if you're going to have a dog, it is your responsibility to make sure that they are
100%.
safe and everyone around them is safe.
Yep. And if you're not at a dog park,
I mean,
you're not allowed to just walk around willy-nilly your neighborhood
no.
or a park or anywhere else with your dog off leash. People are petrified of animals. People may be allergic. Again, people have their own animals. Some people's animals are service animals. I could list 100 things right now of why you shouldn't do that. It makes me furious.
Yes. Some people are just afraid of dogs.
Yep.
Like, just be respectful. This listener could not be more right.
Yep. And it's for everyone's safety.
Yeah, it's not like she says,
Oh,
or
man.
he said, no, she says, it's not hard. And if it keeps our doggies and people, by the way, safe, it's so worth it.
I have a friend.
Yeah, so right.
A friend of the family, when I was growing up, he lost one of his fingers from breaking up a dog fight. Like another dog attacked his, and he went to pull them apart, and the dog that was attacking his bit his finger off and swallowed it.
Oh my God.
He's like Jerry Garcia. He literally is missing a finger.
Swallowed it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Put your lovely doggies on leashes, people. And if something happens because they're not on a leash, it is not their fault. It is your fault. You're supposed to be the responsible one if you own an animal.
100%.
And do not have a big dog and not have it trained well. And do not have a little dog that can't hurt anybody. So you just let it yip and snap all the time. No.
Sometimes they're the snippiest. It's all the individual animal.
And they can break your skin.
And like you said, I mean, I always say, have you ever met a lab that isn't the sweetest dog on the planet? No. But I guarantee if you stepped on its tail with all of your weight or scared the crap out of it, even a lab might snap at someone, So it's not their fault.
I almost punched out my own car window one time because a friend of mine came up beside me and scared me, and my immediate reaction was to punch him in the face.
I tried to punch someone in the face. A friend of ours came up behind me at the ATM one night outside of Improv Olympic. He was just effing around. But he walked up behind me and he literally just put the tip of his finger, touched my back. I instantly prickled up like you wouldn't believe. As far as I knew, it was a gun or a knife. And he said in a different voice, he said, pull out another 200. And I have never moved so fast in my life. I swung around straight out of a movie. Swung around in less than a second with my fist in a ball, and he ducked, luckily, or I'm telling you, I would have knocked him the F out. That is how fast I swung around. And then when I saw it was him and came to, I went, and I started hysterically crying, and I said a lot of very off-color things to him, and I said, don't even come near me for the rest of the night, maybe for a long time, and I wasn't kidding.
Yeah, that's like a fight or flight thing.
I wasn't
that
kidding.
Probably really upset you. Yeah.
First of all, it was at night. And
is it somebody I know? Is it somebody I know?
And it's a very lovely person. It's actually a shocking person.
I will take a Post-it to their house.
This is not from some ding dong or mean person where you'd be like, oh my God. You'd be like, what? So I feel guilty outing them, but man alive. I brought it up years later, literally a decade later. I'm like, like that time where I almost took your head off. I'm pretty sure you never forgot that.
And that's sweet little muffin Jessica and biscuit Dana. If we get scared or in a weird position, we're gonna fight our way out. Now take that to dog level. Put your dang dog on a leash.
Okay.
Not to mention, you can get cute ones. You can get a cute one. Just accessorize.
Exactly. And
Accessorize.
the dog is not supposed to be on a leash that's 20 feet long. Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer,
No.
taught us that dog stays right with you. You are the master. You are the alpha.
Right. They're never supposed to lead you.
No,
Yeah. Oh, Jessica, I need a cleansing breath.
I do too. I need a cleansing shower.
Why? Did you poo your pants?
No, just from getting all worked up. All of my endorphins
I
and
get that.
feelings and
Yeah.
whatever the hell.
Well, I don't
need.
need a shower. I don't need a shower because I am a whale and I live in the ocean. I'm
Shut
looking at myself
up.
on our screen right
Shut
now.
the hell up.
Well, we like to get our panties in a bunch.
We do.
We get our panties all wadded up with our rants so that we can take a nice cleansing breath, blow it all out, and fill up with some goodness. You can scream it out. I may need to put a little volume behind this week. I am still livid about your prosciutto paper. And now I just relived the dog incidents, the dog dramas. So we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to let it out and fill up with some goodness. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's take a breath in. And I needed that.
Indeed.
Oh, also, before we move on into corners,
Yes.
I want to tell you, so my friend that I met because of the dog getting hit on Hollywood Boulevard in, like, I want to say 2005, 2006, something like that. His podcast is called Multiracial White Boy. The host is Kim Noonan, who's my friend. He examines his white upbringing by listening to stories from other mixed individuals about what informed their identity in America. It's really fascinating. He has a different guest every episode. Yeah, and he is of Asian descent and was adopted by white parents and raised in America. So he shares his experience and then gets other multiracial people to talk about their American life experience, and it's really fascinating. So if you're
awesome.
interested in that or understanding the life experience of someone from a multiracial background, which I think it's good information for us to be learning, check that out. Again, it's Multiracial White Boy is the name of it. Multiracial White Boy Podcast is the name of it. Kim Noonan.
Love it.
So you can check that out.
Thank you.
He's a good dude. Yeah. Okay, so we're moving on into corners. Yes.
This week we have Hollywood corner, Dana. You know what that means. Hollywood. It's all fun and games in Tinseltown until it's involving a cult. Okay, well,
boy, here we go.
This is something we could do a real deep dive into, okay? We could have a whole episode dedicated to just this, but I'm going to give you all a small, and I mean small sampling of this particular article. If you are not watching The Vow, for those of you that have HBO or HBO Max.
I just started.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you want to plug your ears. This might be a little bit of a spoiler alert, but I thought it was safe to say with our listeners.
How am I going to plug my ears? How am I going to plug my... I edit our show.
I don't think it's a spoiler alert, okay? You know, and guess what? Spoiler alert, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, spoiler alert. This will probably go on for about 5 minutes if you need to not hear what I'm about to say, folks. But yeah, tonight is the last episode.
I have to edit it.
Do you think that they're all still running wild and free?
Who?
The people that are involved with NXIVM, the cult? Because I mean, it's been in the news lately.
I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm not.
Yeah, I've listened to two podcasts and a TV show about it.
Okay, so you know that's like the gig is up. They're being prosecuted.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm hopefully not
and
spoiling.
Keith Richards, not Richards. Keith
Raniere.
Keith Raniere. Yes.
Keith Raniere, aka Van Helsing from Beavis and Butthead, as opposed to the guitarist from the Rolling Stones, Dana.
Yes. Yes.
Oh God, that's amazing.
I'm not into classic rock. I don't know.
Oh my God. So this is brought to us by People Magazine, which I love. My mother
Oh.
subscribed to 2 magazines when I was a child and for most of my life, People and Architectural Digest.
Oh my.
Quite a difference in the 2 publications.
It's a
Anyways,
That's
my
a real
neighbor
run of a gambit.
it really is. My neighbor has been receiving People and she never signed up for it. You know how that happens and sometimes people just start getting magazines?
Yeah.
So she leaves it
Like
in front of my Oh yeah, Food and Wine. That's how you give it to
how I
me.
get Food and Wine and we don't know why and I give it to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's been propping it up on my front door, like whenever the mail comes. Like I'll go outside and be like, oh, and it's this week's People. This is called My Escape from the NXIVM Cult. Brainwashed and branded,
Nice.
India Oxenberg spent 7 years deeply entrenched in a group led by a dangerous sexual predator. Now she shares her story in the hopes of saving others from the same ordeal. That night, she was the first to be branded. It was January 2016, and India Oxenberg, then 24, had already been deep in the clutches of a group called NXIVM for almost 5 years. We were instructed to remove all of our clothes and walk one by one into the room where there was a table, says India, recalling her initiation along with 3 other women into a secret NXIVM sisterhood called DOS, D-O-S. I had 2 women holding my hands and my feet so I wouldn't convulse, as the cauterizing pen carved a 2-inch square symbol near my bikini line, and she could hear the woman she called Master, Smallville actress Allison Mack, chanting, "Feel the pain, feel the love," as the smell of burning flesh filled the air. I remember watching what was happening, but not really registering it. I remember crying, but not with pain. There was no choice to say no. What India didn't understand at the time was that she was being branded with the initials of NXIVM's leader, Keith Raniere, and that Raniere, 60, a sexual predator, had brainwashed and blackmailed her into submission in the time since she joined the group. It was India's mother, actress Catherine Oxenberg, known for her role as Amanda Carrington on the 1980s television series Dynasty, who took her fight to save her daughter to the media in 2017. So anyways, my point is, A, look up The Vow. Additionally, Dana, starting today, by the time you guys are hearing this, it will have already premiered. There's a new 4-part docuseries in addition to The Vow, which is on HBO, on Stars called Seduced Inside the NXIVM Cult, which premieres tonight. And it's India tells the harrowing story of her life inside the cult. People ask how this could happen, but it doesn't happen right away. It's a slow drip of indoctrination and grooming. After 2 years of intense therapy, including deprogramming, she has learned that her scars ran deeper than she ever knew. I've been through something I never expected, and it was shocking and chaotic and scary. I felt I had a moral obligation to make sure it didn't happen to anyone else. So, again, we could do a deep dive on this. I will tell you, and you're new to this, what is the most shocking to me about NXIVM? I had never heard about it until a friend told me about it last year. And I was like, what are you talking about? But she was going out on an audition for a movie about it.
After the arrest?
I guess it must have been after the arrests, but I never heard about it when the arrests happened either. You guys, we picture that a cult leader is either really good looking, really compelling, really charming. I don't find this from this guy, and to each his own, but please tell us. I'm curious your thoughts, and Dana, I can't wait until you've watched the series. I don't see how this guy, who literally looks like a character from Beavis and Butthead with his feathered hair and his 70s glasses, how he got thousands of people to follow him and practically worship him. He even met with the Dalai Lama.
I know.
I don't understand.
Once the mystique starts building and they get on a roll, it sort of builds itself. But you're right. Keith Raniere, the thing is, I've seen interviews and tapes of him and stuff, and everybody says he's so charming. Now, on tape and stuff, he is not. But they say
Thank you.
when you see him live and in person, and I would assume because everyone around him revered him, that builds up this idea
Sure.
that he's something special. And the thing that absolutely blows my mind and breaks my heart at the same time for these women who were
Mhm.
branded is you're right, it is his initials, but if you also like, if you turn it, you can see the, K and the R, it also is an A and an M for
Uh-huh.
Allison Mack.
Yeah.
So they branded people like cattle with their own initials right
Uh-huh.
near their private parts,
Uh-huh.
and it's just and I'm sorry, if you've ever even burned yourself on a curling iron, you know how bad that hurts.
It's awful. So
Yeah.
another thing that's fascinating by it, I mean, a lot of cults you hear about, but you just average everyday people, right? There was quite a few actors. I mean, I'm not being mean, not anyone of huge note. Allison Matt, I didn't know who she was. I'm not saying just because I didn't know she's not a big deal, but I'd never heard of her. I didn't know who the hell she was. There were some people from Battlestar Galactica, the reboot of that, which is a show that I watched. But also, there's like this
Yeah.
girl, India Oxenberg. Her mother was a prominent actress in the 80s, was on Dynasty, one of the biggest shows ever on. Her grandmother, Catherine's mother, which is India's grandmother, is the princess of, I believe, Yugoslavia. She
Hmm.
is part of the royal family. She's like a cousin of Prince Charles. There's even a point where Catherine
But the
Oxenberg,
thing is sorry,
sorry,
go
go on.
ahead.
There's a point where Catherine
No,
Oxenberg is calling her mother and she goes, Mum, I need a favor. I need you to call the Dalai Lama. We've got to speak with him about what's going on with Nexium. And Princess Elizabeth
but
says,
see,
Oh, well, darling, I know all the llamas. I've been there. I'll call Charles and see what I can do. You know all the
but that's
llamas?
my
What? I can't.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying though. He is not on his own that magical,
Right.
but they surround themselves with people of power and wealth. And I believe I've studied so many cults. I say studied. I've
No,
watched documentaries about so many cults and listened to
sure.
podcasts. But I believe his big windfall, I want to say it was the Seagrams sisters. I
Claire
believe that was
Bronfman
Nexium.
was just in the news this week, and my mom knew that family because they're one of the most prominent families in Canada. They own Seagrams, the
Yeah.
whole alcohol
So
company.
so much money.
It's
And the people
crazy.
within their tight circle are all just as loaded as they are.
Yep.
So then they bring their friends along, and then their rich friends bring their rich friends, and then it trickles down, and then, poor people like someone like me becomes a worker bee for those people.
Yes. No, it's true. Oh, the thing that is interesting to me is that at the heart of pretty much every cult, right? It seems like they all go for the same simple thing, which is kind of right for the jugular, but to your heart, right?
Right.
By trying to break you down. It's like right now I could be like, Dana, have you ever been depressed? Yeah. Dana, have you ever had anything bad happen to you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dana, have you ever had someone close to you do something that hurt you? I mean, it's like, who the hell wouldn't say yes to all of those? We're human beings. We've all
Yeah.
experienced highs and lows. So it's like, then they get into your psyche like that. It's like, oh, well, because of that, you obviously haven't coped with it. Now, I'm also not making fun of when that could really be used in a therapy setting, something to help someone. But they use this thing, and I feel like Keith Raniere always did this, and it makes me so angry when I'm watching this show. Whenever somebody would speak up for themselves, or maybe they'd cry and say, I don't feel comfortable. And there's obviously a big difference between, oh, I'm scared or I'm nervous to go on stage and do so in front of people, to I don't feel right inside about doing this, right? So he always turned it on them and told them that it was because of fear. I mean, he loves to use the word fear a lot. And are you going
Yes.
to let your fear paralyze you? Are you going to let
But
your fear rule your life?
that's
It's
what they all do. It's such a manipulative tool. They
yes.
all do it. So I listened to The Guru, which was about the guy
Mm-hmm.
who created The Secret,
Yep.
and he had his own cult group, whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
he would take people into sweat lodges and say that once they hit a certain temperature or whatever, and they meditated for all this time, it was like transcendence. Well, people died.
I didn't know
That's not,
that.
yeah, that's not transcendence. That's death. I mean, I guess you're
Oh my
transcending
God.
into another form of existence.
Oh my God.
but he would do the exact same thing. Oh,
Wow.
that's your fear. You have to push through the pain. You have to push through the fear. You have to, and they're just abusing people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
terrifying.
just crazy. So, anyways, I mean, if you're interested, people, check out The Vow. Also, like I was talking about it with a friend today, and she thought it was like a reenactment. She goes, "That seems boring. Other actors I'm like, no. This is like 12 years of footage because some dude literally had the camera rolling all the time, right?
Yeah, yep.
So check it out, and then there's that new one on Stars. But man, it's pretty
heavy.
wild. It's pretty wild.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
Yay! Thank you, Jessica.
Yes. What do you have?
Not yay for cults. Boo for cults.
No.
Boo for cults. Yay for Jessica.
Yay for my wonderful accent work.
I didn't say that. I'm just teasing. Jessica, guess what kind of corner I have this week?
I don't know.
It might just be a weirdo of the week.
You're weird. You're so very weird. Why must you bring your weirdness here? Like a cult member.
Right? Thank you, Jessica, for that poignant and entertaining performance. From NPR by Reese Oxner. My dad is going to be very excited. My dad has asked me about this at least 3 times to see if I have any more updated information because he
might be disappointed.
Pretty cool. He thinks it sounds okay. Is this going to give me answers?
No.
Here we go. Oh, no. A person was spotted soaring high above Southern California using a jetpack again. On Wednesday, for the second time in 6 weeks, an unidentified person was seen flying using a jetpack near Los Angeles International Airport. It's unclear whether this was the same individual who was recently spotted wearing a why do I can't say that word? Jetpack near the same airport. This time around, the jetpack was flying 6,000 feet in the air. Now, that is high.
No kidding.
I mean, where do you start losing breath?
How high does your dad's gyrocopter go?
I don't know the answer to these questions.
Not 6,000 feet.
Lord, no.
Like, you can still see him just fine. He's kind of like hovering up there, and it's neat, but he's not going out of eyesight.
Oh, Lord, no.
Okay.
There's a certain point where it's too cold and you can't breathe up there. China Airlines crew members reported the sighting Wednesday afternoon about 7 miles northwest of the airport, the Federal Aviation Administration told NPR. They said it alerted local law enforcement and will look into the report. Okay, so we'll never hear anything else about it. Got it.
Uh-huh.
The FBI is also investigating multiple reports from witnesses. FBI spokesperson Laura Emilier told NPR, no one's allowed to fly in that airspace near airports without authorization from air traffic control. An FAA spokesperson told NPR that includes those sporting jetpacks. On August 30th, 2 airline pilots reported a person flying with a jetpack about 3,000 feet near LAX, according to the FAA. We just passed a guy in a jetpack, a pilot told an air traffic controller on August 30th. The controller went on to inform another pilot and couldn't help commenting on the strangeness of the situation. Only in LA.
I feel like it's either like an episode of The Boys or that Twilight Zone episode where John Lithgow looks out and there's like a demon on the wing of the plane.
Well, and they say they couldn't catch him. Like they tried to chase him with something.
That's
I
weird.
know, and they couldn't catch him. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of terrifying. And it's like, is this just some like super rich weirdo hobbyist or like what's going on? And also, please don't fly around airplanes. It's weird. It'll freak people out to like look out and see a guy on a jetpack, like freaking Iron Man out there.
Exactly.
You know? And B, you're going to make somebody wreck a plane.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No.
But it is also disturbing that they're that high, that it's within federal airspace. Like, that's just not something you
don't do
mess
that
around with.
No, if this is just purely entertainment, don't be breaking laws.
No, it's creepy.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
But I want to know what happened with it. We're going to have to follow the story.
Well, don't worry. I will know because my dad's asked me twice since he got here. So, you know when he got here? Yesterday.
Oh, God. Why do I have a feeling that he's like, I'm just curious because it sounds pretty cool. Like he'd want to grab one for himself.
Oh, he's already said that every time he talks
Oh
about it.
my
Yeah.
God.
I think I'd enjoy something like that.
Dana.
No, when I took him to see the mini jets today, he's like, nah, I mean, I guess it's cool, but I want to sit in it. I want to fly it. I don't want to be on the ground.
He wants his own glider.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Glider, he's already had a glider. He wants his own airplane.
God.
He's had an ultralight. He has a gyrocopter. I think he had a glider at some
That's
point.
unreal.
Yeah, no, he wants a plane or a helicopter.
Oh my God. It's a second calling.
Yeah, guess so.
Oh my God.
All right, are we ready for our raves?
Yes.
Our
So
goodness.
a huge thank you again to Anna, one of our
Mhm.
listeners. I just said Anna. You guys, it's because I used to work with multiple people, Anna and Anna. Oh my God. Anna.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Do you have aunts or aunts?
Aunts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too.
Very, very southern of me. Actually, a lot of my friends say aunt. I say aunt.
I say aunt.
Actually, we said auntie.
Oh, well, that's cute.
So this is from Anna from my home state of Georgia. But Anna gave us a rant earlier, and she gave us both of our raves for today.
Yeah, thank you, Anna.
Yes. And you know what? This is also a rave that's also holding hands with a mindful corner. It's not really a corrections corner because there wasn't anything wrong, but she added to it. I love when people know something that we're talking about and add some information. So Dana,
Yeah.
she said, "Hi, it's me again. I just wanted to share this information because you guys mentioned Christmas trees in this week's episode. This was last week.
Yeah, the half tree.
Specifically, the big tree in Rockefeller Center.
Ah, yes.
I wanted to share this with you because Dana said how bad she feels that such a big tree is used every year.
Yeah.
Since 2007, the lumber from that tree has actually been donated to Habitat for Humanity for families to build a house, and I thought that was some pretty cool info to share with you. I included a link with more info. Have a great week." So I had no idea about that.
I didn't either.
And I do think it's phenomenal, and we will post a link to this. Each year since 2007, lumber milled from the Rockefeller Center Christmas trees has been used to help a family build their Habitat for Humanity house. Tishman Speyer, the owner and operator of the Rockefeller Center, generously donates the lumber to Habitat. Company staff members then build alongside a family, turning a Christmas tradition celebrated by millions into a place for smaller but no less joyous celebrations. Lumber from Rockefeller Center Christmas trees has been used to help build Habitat homes from New York to Mississippi. Every year, Tishman Speyer generously donates one of the largest and most widely recognized Christmas trees. The Christmas tree is a reminder to reflect, be thankful, to remember to give back to others among the hustle and bustle of the holidays. That symbol will live on as part of the Habitat homeowners live in their new houses. So it's very cool. And then also it says once the trees come down after the holidays, the trunks are milled into 2x4 and 2x6 beams. They are then donated to Habitat. The wood of a Norway spruce is more flexible and durable than lumber for load-bearing walls and therefore is ideal for blocking the filling. I don't know why I'm turning into Bob Vila here. This is probably information that we don't need to know, but it's so cool. Also on this link, it tells you every year where the lumber from that particular year, what city it went to help. And it really is across the country. So
That's so cool.
I love it. And Anna, thank you so much for that. And
yeah, that gives my heart a little peace.
yes, Habitat for Humanity, as you know, is an incredible organization. And as a fellow Georgia girl herself, our own former President Jimmy Carter is a Georgian and was a peanut farmer and has dedicated a lot of his post-presidential years to being a very active part of Habitat for Humanity.
Yes, very active to this day.
And I
Like,
love him for that.
He still goes out and actually builds.
Yep.
Yeah, and he is no spring chicken.
No, he's
Yeah.
amazing. He's like in his 90s.
Yeah, people don't think he was a very effective president, and I always say that's because he's like the nicest person in the world.
Yeah.
Like you can't be in a high position like that and actually truly be a great person. So when
Yes.
people are like, he wasn't a stellar president, I'm like, that's because he's probably a stellar human. So get off
Right?
of him. Get off of him.
Exactly.
I really love that. Thank you, Anna.
Indeed.
Aw. Okay, so my rave also is from Anna. Our show is brought to you by Anna this
I
week.
love it.
I
Yes.
do too. It's so exciting. So here we go. My rave is something that is totally on brand with what you guys like to promote, and I stumbled upon it in kind of a weird way. I randomly found this lip balm that I got from a beauty subscription box a couple of years ago. I'm a little picky with lip balm, and I really like this one, so I Googled it to see where I can order another one online. I was very impressed by what I found. It's called Lasting Smiles. It comes in 4 different kinds, and 50% of sales go to a cause of your choice. 50%.
It's great.
That's pretty amazing.
Yep.
You can get a 4-pack of one kind or a variety pack, and they're $20 each. When you check out, it will give you a list of different charities to choose from. I included a screenshot of its other benefits rather than typing it all out. So if you want to support a good company while also having deliciously moisturized lips, I love that. Please check them out. Thank you for making me laugh every week, Anna. Okay, do you have that picture? Because I can pull up the.
You know what?
Oh my gosh. So, like on the website, so they're lastingsmiles.org. 50% of all e commerce sales are donated to the cause of your choice. Sign up, and we will automatically donate one Lasting Smiles lip balm to someone in need. Plus, get 10% off your first order. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that, right?
No.
Turns out you don't need anything artificial to create an indulgently silky lip hydrator. I mean, she used very descriptive words. They're using very descriptive words.
I found it.
You did?
Yes.
You want to read it?
Yes. So products are 100% organic, fair trade ingredients. Tubes are made from 100% repurposed bottle caps. Packaging is 100% compostable and environmentally friendly. And you choose the cause you care about, and we donate.
Oh, I love that.
I do too.
Let me tell you some of the flavors because it's making my mouth water because it
Yeah.
says they're so pure you can eat them.
Interesting.
Yeah. Peach blossom, peppermint
Yum.
cream, passion fruit mango,
Yeah.
very cherry.
Yep.
And then you can get all 4 in a variety collection.
I
All 4 too.
like it.
Isn't that so cool?
Yes. And also, I love things like that because I love getting variety packs of things like little perfumes, masks, lip balms, whatever. And then you can break it up and give them to a few of your friends.
Absolutely.
And I
Yeah.
love that.
For sure. Yeah. So they're based in Seattle. I really do
Great.
love Seattle.
I love it.
If I didn't get so depressed so easily, I would love to live in
I
Seattle.
know.
Anyway, Anna, this is really cool. And you know what else I love about it? This is why I used to do Ipsy. And it's not like I need more makeup, but I was able to find cool things like this that were
Yes.
cruelty free, vegan, all those things. And this is giving back. It's
Mhm.
very pure ingredients. Yeah, the world's most caring lip care. Smile for health, smile for equality, smile for hope, smile for a cause. I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah, I'm definitely I love
want some, and we're upon that season. My lips have finally started feeling really dry, and my hands are starting to crack. And I'm like, well,
I'm a-
it's 100 degrees in October here.
I'm that weirdo that carries every kind of balm pot, like, lip
Yes,
pot, anything
totally.
on me at all times. I cannot have dry lips or it drives me insane.
Yeah. I bought a chapstick actually this week, and I was so mad, but it was out of the area. So no, I can't return it. It brand new in the package. Nothing was tampered with, but it was the classic cherry chapstick. Is all they had where I was. It will not turn. Okay.
What?
So I turned and turned and turned and turned and turned. And so I've been pressing it with all my might, which is further like lacerating my lips, trying to get that concave wax that I can see because it won't push up. You know what I'm saying? Like it won't go up like how a deodorant or whatever goes up when you crank it.
I just love that. Thank you, Anna, so much for everything you gave to our episode
Yes.
today.
It's great. And we appreciate all of your awesome support and writing in and all of the fun things that you've shared with us.
Absolutely. Jessica,
Dana,
I think that's our show.
I think it is, and I think I might have to drop off a bottle of Prosecco for you to have to make
Oh my
some
God.
Prosecco pops so you
Right?
don't go cuckoo trying to edit this. We have had some major technical difficulties, you guys.
You guys, if you ever hear a sentence cut off, it's not because we're insane. It's because my internet provider forced us to get a new modem that we didn't ask for and didn't want and made our other one obsolete. And now we have
They
crappy internet.
literally did the exact same thing to my neighbor.
It's
Same
so
thing. And that's why
stupid.
she unleashed the Kraken, because she did what they said and is still paying for it, and they haven't fixed it.
Well, we've called and complained to these people so many times, and I'm like, I don't live in Podunk,
No.
some Podunk Pond city. I live in the middle of Los Angeles. I don't know what the problem is. Well, we show that your speeds are fine. Will you come live in my house for a day and see how fast those speeds are?
Okay.
Oh, I'm getting prosciutto paper mad again.
I smell a new reality show, Internet Swap.
Okay, well, we're going to cut it short before I freeze again. Jessica,
Yes.
I enjoy you terribly. Would you like to tell people how to get a hold of us?
Yes, Dana, I enjoy you immensely and greatly.
I terribly enjoy you.
You guys, seriously, give this woman a high five and please cut us some slack, because you're just going to have to deal with it. It's quarantine, okay? We all wish we were back sitting in Dana's living room with Ollie walking by, okay? We all wish
No.
that. I wish Lucy was sleeping and making little snoring sounds right now.
Our lazy little editor, our little producer, our little lazy
Aw,
producer. I mean,
Yes,
Aw.
please follow us at the Rants and Raves podcast on both Instagram and Facebook, at Twitter at raves_the. Email us just like Anna did and Rachel did last.
Yes.
Email us at the Rants and Raves podcast at gmail.com, or hit the contact button on our website, www.therantsandravespodcast.com. Again, please, if you haven't already and you feel so inclined and want to give us a rating or drop a review, so many of you have done so. We don't know who you are. I don't know who Lady Finger 25 is. I just made that up because I don't know why. I love tiramisu. My point is, we greatly appreciate it, and you help keep us in the ethers. You help keep us somewhere in the world of a billion podcasts and everything else in cyberspace. So thank you, and we appreciate it.
I'm sure we do. I only heard 3 words of what you said.
Y'all just keep
I'm
listening.
sure you're
now,
right.
okay? Mhm.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. I like to do a weekly point to ponder. Actually, your husband sent me something to ponder. It was about a little slug that does like photosynthesis itself. It's fascinating. I'll bring it up one day. Anyway, I already had one that I want to share. I want to share this one real quick, and then we'll get out of here. We'll be back next week. I'm sure my internet will still be itty, so yay. Jessica, did you know? Well, I'm actually going to share this one first because I happened to see it and it made me giggle. This is not what I wanted to share, but in Switzerland, it's illegal to flush the toilet after 10 p.m.
What?
That's what it says. If we have any Switzerland listeners, please let us know.
Well, I guess I'd never be going there.
Oh, you do a lot of after 10 p.m. flushing?
Yeah, they would be shit out of luck, and I'd be flushing whenever I felt like it.
Oh my God, you just made a David Moye pun. You are turning into Moye.
I should be so lucky.
The thing I wanted for you guys to ponder this week, because I think it's crazy and I've never thought about it, and we talk about food so much. You're such a foodie. Did you know without saliva, humans are unable to taste food?
Oh, I did not know that.
No, but hang your tongue out your mouth until it gets real dry and then try and taste something. Okay, guys, think about it. I've done it. Yeah, I've done it. Maybe I've done it, guys. Maybe it's something you want to ponder and try this week. Okay? Love you, Jessica.
Love you. Have fun with Gary
Okay.
Jean.
I will. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.